Hello. I'm here. It is Tuesday. And let's go live, man. Let's see who's going to pop in. Hopefully, y'all have some good questions for today. Let's talk about 80s stuff, horror, making movies, toys, TV, whatever. NES Addict, hello. Michael, hello. Cody, hello. Rewind the time. Hey, Chris, hope things are going good, bud. You too. Haven't heard from you in a while. Sorry, I'm having dinner. My apples. Jeff, hello. All right, we're going to try this again. It's been going pretty fun doing these live shows every Tuesday. Love hanging out with you guys, shooting the shit. Again, whatever you want to talk about, you want to ask questions about the movies I make, you want to ask questions about horror, 80s, comedy, toys, conventions, collecting, music. Digging my new setup. NES Attic. What's the setup? I don't know. This is just my. I mean, we call this the sci-fi room. It's also where I do all my editing and making the Blu-rays and all that stuff. The light really sucks. It's actually a really cool fall Halloweeny vibe today. It's crisp outside. It's in the 60s. Rainy, overcast. I don't know if that's really going to help, but we'll see. Jeff, the trailer for Wellville Nights got me really excited. It's not really a trailer. It's actually the opening sequence of the show, introducing everybody. Yeah, the pilot is finished. Zach, I've asked him to do one more sound mix pass, but other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. And we will start pitching very, very soon. Actually, there's some news that might be happening sooner than later. There might be some possible exciting news by the end of this month. We shall see. the backers who helped us with the budget for the pilot have got to see the pilot already, and everyone seems to love it and laugh at it. Showed it to a small group of people in a hotel room at a convention a few weeks ago, or a week ago. I can't remember when it was. And I'm showing some of the cast and crew this Saturday here at the house. I'm going to show them the pilot as well. Michael, picked up the Fright Night UK Blu-ray today. Is there one you'd recommend before the upcoming 4K? I mean, I have both of the Twilight Time Blu-rays. And they're both good, but you best believe I pre-ordered that 4K. And with all the extras they included. I mean, with You're So Cool, Brewster, the Fright Night documentary, and all the other stuff they put on the Twilight Time Blu-rays. I mean, that's a lot of special features, but even this 4K has some stuff that they didn't put on the others, so yay. NES Attic. It's not completely new, but it's different than it used to be. Okay. Nicole, I know you hate today's weather. NES, man, I can't wait for that crisp weather to come south. Well, it's not lasting long. It's, going to be back up into the 80s and sunny this week, so this weekend. Adam Fink, not sure if you have any Regal cinemas in your area, but apparently they're doing a Dawn of the Dead 3D release in October. We do. We have one Regal cinema. I am intrigued by that. I love Dawn of the Dead, but I don't know how much a 3D version of it would, I mean, if it is playing at our Regal, I'll go see it. I normally don't go to Regals. I either go to AMC or Cinemark, Tinseltown. Cody, the new Warlock. There might be a new Warlock. I keep getting a lot of messages about, hey, what's this new Warlock thing, and what's the new movie? I just said there's possibility. There is the possibility. I am mulling around the possibility of doing another shot on VHS Warlock movie before the year is out. That still might happen. I just don't know yet. It depends on the movement of Wellsville Nights, which I said is there could be some movement as soon as the end of this month with it, as far as being able to, the possibilities of shooting the rest of the season. We shall see. But yes, I have a couple ideas for a Warlock title to do. And if that is the case, yes, I will be looking for donations for that. It's not, when we do the shot on VHS Warlock stuff, it doesn't cost that much. Again, I think most of it is going to be just getting a few people out here to be in it and paying for some of the cheesy effects that we do for those Warlock ones. And I guess the post for when we do put out a Blu-ray of it and whatnot. But, I'll certainly let everybody know. Bobby, send me that. No, you're not getting that link. You'll see it soon enough when we show it to Deanna. But yeah, and you've seen it, Bobby. You've seen it. Bobby and Nicole are here today. LBP royalty up in here. I'm doing the Dawn 3D with King. Yes, I know that. NES Addict loved the mug. You got to have that Ecto Cooler. You know what's up. Nicole, I'm going to spread rumors that a new Warlock is 100% confirmed. Hey, spread all you want. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Jeff Fuller, 3D Dawn. Come on, Flyboy. Wake up, sucker. Death of Lantern, 33 and a third. Bobby. No, I'm actually going down to Bobby's in a few weeks. I'll be going down to Bobby's. Cody, you gonna catch Trick or Treat in theaters? Yeah, like I I am. I'm gonna do it. Listen, I watch Trick or Treat. I've watched it pretty much religiously since I watched it for the first time with Ben Scrivens of Fright Rags and Travis Indovina. We watched it in 2009. I just, because of the hype for the movie, I just bought the Blu-ray sight unseen because I knew it was going to be huge for me. And I was right, and we loved it, and we loved that movie, and I love that movie. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it, but and I have seen it in a theater a few years ago. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 years ago. I don't know. It was a while ago, but Ben of Fright Rags, he puts on this thing called Saturday Night Rewind at a local indie theater here, and they did Trick or Treat, and we went to that. But yeah, I want to support it because they many moons ago they the head of Legendary Pictures like got up in the theater while Michael Dougherty was showing an anniversary screening of it, and the head of Legendary Pictures got up and said, yes, we are going to do a Trick or Treat 2. And it's been years and years since that. So anything to help the movie, to support the love and outpouring of affection for Trick or Treat, yes, I will go see it when it comes back to theaters for sure. What are you doing? These fucking cats. Bobby, yes. Texas Chainsaw 2 and 3, we're going to see 35 millimeter. Bobby and I and our buddy Sean King, we are going to see that in those two movies in theaters, in a theater in a couple weeks. Cody, that'll be rad. I caught it in a drive-in last year. Word. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Speaking of Dawn, Goblin's on tour the next couple of months. They're playing the live score to Argento Suspiria. Yeah, I saw that. Ben needs to fly them Final Girls up there for Friday the 13th screenings. Then we can all stay at your house. I'm down with that. I mean, I'm sure. I think we've all talked to Ben about it. Ben Scrivens of Fright Rags, who I've talked about before. He's our buddy. He lives close to us here in Rochester. He's done a couple of my movies and been to a lot of my hangouts and events and stuff like that, and known him since 2004. He's a good dude. Great t-shirt company. Also, he shows up in the LBP documentary. That is playing the Sydney, Australia Underground Film Festival. Coming up. Zero Budget Heroes, The Legend of Chris Seaver, and Low Budget Pictures is playing again as part of their virtual festival. Let's see. And you can purchase a whole event for the festival, or you can just purchase individual movies. And Sunday, September 11th, you can order and watch Zero Budget Heroes, The Legend of Chris Seaver and Low Budget Pictures, Zach Oliveras' documentary. You can also pre-order your ticket to that right now and watch it on Sunday. Crazy, right? Another festival. And there's 2 more festivals that he got that I posted recently. 2 more, a couple more that haven't played yet. But here is the link to the Sydney Underground Film Festival I put in there. If you guys do want to see the documentary, I think it's $12 for the online ticket to watch it. I don't know, but if you're a fan of my stuff, if you're a fan of me and the crew and the films and want to know more, then there you go. It's also playing, I don't know the dates, but it's also playing the Gort Underground Film Festival and the Horrorigins Film Festival. But I don't know the dates for those. But as I said, the link is right here in the comments section in the chat that I posted. If you want to watch the doc this Sunday, you can pre-order tickets. Nicole, it was a great doc. Yes. Cody, Jeff, it rules. Nicole, I mean, it still is. Nicole, of course, is in the doc. Bobby, of course, is in the doc. Most of the crew from the films that you know and love are in the doc, and some surprises as well that I didn't even know were in the doc, and they show up. So it's nice. Zach did a great job. It literally is, basically, Chris Seaver, this is your life, and that's what it is. He goes from 1977 when I was born to 2020, I believe. Actually, there's some footage in there from 2021 as well, from the 30th anniversary reunion that we did last year. So that's cool. But yeah. So that's coming up. Pretty wild, right? Wild and untamed. But I tell you, I'm juiced. I'm ready. I'm ready to shoot more. I want to shoot more, and that's why I would put together a Warlock title before the end of the year, because I'm itching to get back and shoot some more. Wellsville Nights, like I said, it was so fun to get back in there and direct and see something that I have been marinating for so long come to life again, and everybody sort of knock it out of the park. And I think wholeheartedly I accomplished exactly what I wanted Wellsville Nights to be. And I mean, the first season of 8 episodes are written, so I mean, we're ready to go. We just we hope we get some producers, streamers, production crew, production companies interested in the pitch deck. You know, we have a pitch deck, we have a show Bible, we have the pilot, we have the scripts of the first season, we have all of the whole show mapped out from season 1 to season 4 and what happens in each season. So raring to go. I'm excited. But, you know, obviously we're not going to be able to shoot any more episodes of Wellsville Night the remainder of this year. So anything that does happen with Wellsville Nights is going to be happening next year at some point. But if I can squeeze in a lost shot on video Warlock title, then I will try. Cody, you won't be happy to know this, but I had a Heather and Pugly marathon this past Sunday. I mean, I don't. Why wouldn't I be happy about it? I mean, just because the movies that I don't sell anymore in any format, it really has nothing to do with liking or not liking them. It just has more to do with some of the people involved and some of those people involved not wanting some of that stuff to be sold anymore. I mean, the characters of Heather and Pugly, I love. I loved writing them. Lauren and Meredith were phenomenal as Heather and Pugly. So, if I could continue to, write Heather and Pugly, I certainly would. But, those days are long gone. Man, I tell you what. Yeah, it is what it is. There hasn't been a Heather and Pugly anything since 2009. So, some things were of the time, and that's fine. Not all the time, Nichol. Not all the time. We don't all live in the past. I would say only about 95% of my life is living in the past. And I mean the 80s specifically. None of this other crap. Hated the 90s. The 2000s suck. This new millennium sucks. So what do we got, folks? Anybody's got some good questions? What are we doing? What are we watching? What's the thing? What's let's have a good conversation going this week. Let's talk. I got so many shows I'm watching. I'm watching American Horror Stories, which have been way better than the first season last year. Whew, because that sucked. I felt those episodes sucked of American Horror Stories. But this one I've been digging. Been watching Game of Thrones, the House of the Dragon, which has been phenomenal already. 3 episodes in. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, 2 episodes in. Awesome. Fucking, whew. God. We're getting fantasy splashed about our chests, facial plates. We finished The Old Man with Jeff Bridges. We liked that. That was pretty sweet. You know. Cody, I'm watching Sprung on Freebie, and such a good show. Rewatching Reaper. Nicole, my favorite American Horror Stories episode so far this season. These last two were pretty nuts. I liked the risks that a couple of them were taking. That Necro episode was pretty wild, and the pig lady face was pretty wild. Jeff Fuller, House of the Dragon is incredible so far. I want to be the crab feeder for Halloween. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a lot to do, but he cut a dope visage. The look is pretty awesome. But agreed, like I find myself for both House of the Dragon and Lord of the Rings, for the Rings of Power or whatever the fuck. I'm just really getting like immediately jumping back into these worlds and getting soaked in fantasy goodness, and I'm fucking so happy with everything that's happened. There's so much stuff coming out these next few months that I'm really excited about. I love Judith Light. Me too. Of course I do. Angela. Bobby, you did not. But I did fart on Margot Kidder twice. Greg, hello, Chris. I just watched Dark City for the first time recently. I really dug it. Have you seen it? Thoughts? Greg, who are you talking to? I fucking love Dark City. I saw it when it came out at the Little. It's a little independent theater here in Rochester. But when it was the only place showing it, me and my girlfriend at the time, we went to see it. Yeah, man. I love Dark City. And I own the director's cut on Blu-ray. It's amazing. I, of course, have been rewatching my 7th rewatch of Entourage and my 6th or 7th rewatch of Sopranos. Just those shows. I just keep going. Yeah. And then I always, at night, I sort of go back and forth. Like when Katie and I go to bed, we get in bed and we stay up for a while. Well, she conks out a lot faster than I do. But I alternate. I'll watch Tales from the Crypt, or I'll watch some Freddy's Nightmares, or I'll watch the Real Ghostbusters cartoon. Sometimes He-Man. It just depends. I'll do that. Alternate at night. It's a nice palate cleanser for the night to fall into rough sleep, as I tend to do. Michael, Entourage is underrated. It certainly is. I also listen to the Victory podcast with Doug Ellen, Kevin Dillon, and Kevin Connolly, and it's a good show. Doug Ellen just shot a pilot for something he's trying to pitch with all those guys in it, and of course he's been howling at the moon to get HBO to do like a relaunch of Entourage, or like a new like limited series for it. But Victory the podcast is out there if you want to listen to those guys. It's really fun. Chris, what's your favorite Tales from the Crypt episode? I love a lot. I really love What's Cooking. Of course, I love the you know, Robert Zemeckis, the Christmas episode. What was it, like the first episode that aired or the second episode that aired when it came out in '89? I love that episode. I love the episode with Harry from Night Court, where he's a cartoonist. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot, you know. But I'll never forget the What's Cooking. It's so good. And it always makes me want steak every time I see it. Oh, Jeff, that's a great one too. Yeah, that is a great one. And it's got fucking William Hickey's voice in the lunkhead, in the bemuscled body dude. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yes, I am loving She-Hulk. Yes. That's another one. Trying to keep up on that. But yeah, I mean, we got Wednesday. So it's like, I also watch, What We Do in the Shadows. So Wednesday is What We Do in the Shadows. Thursday is She-Hulk. Friday is The Rings of Power. And then Sunday is House of the Dragon. It's great stuff. Now we got fucking Handmaid's Tale coming back, and we're all caught up with that. So we'll be dipping into that. I still have to see season 2 of Only Murders in the Building. We love the first one, but there's certain shows and movies that Katie's always like, don't watch them without me. Because some reason we have to be watching these things together. Regardless of the fact that I've told her several times that I watch this stuff over and over and over again. So I don't mind watching them again. I mean, I've already seen both the 2 episodes of Rings of Power twice, and all 3 episodes of Game of Thrones twice. Yes, Greg, I am excited for Cobra Kai. I have enjoyed every season. And yeah, hell yeah, that's another thing on my list to be excited for. Oh, excuse me, how the hell did I not know you watched The Handmaid's Tale? I do. We do. We both do. And we're all caught up under his eye. Blessed be. In fact, I'm late. I got to get back to Gilead and push some women around. Those babies ain't going to make themselves. Cody, stoked to watch the Karaoke Kid tonight. Hey, you know. And watch all the extras too, because you'll get a good idea of why the Karaoke Kid was made and what, why it was never like an actual release. Plus, this is a brand new cut, a cut that was, there was always some issues with the original DVD screener that was made. And Zach also remastered Scrotal Vengeance on that disc. But there's brand new extras and some pretty cool things on those discs that we added. Do I think you'd be a Martha or Off to the Wasteland? Probably Off to the Wasteland because you're too sarcastic and they would hate you immediately. It'd be like, shut this whore's mouth. She's much more attractive with her mouth taped and a bone twixt her teeth and gums. Bobby, yeah, we've watched I think 5 episodes of the new season of Orville, season 3, and we've watched all but 2 episodes of the new Westworld. Again, it's just like Katie, ugh, you know. Jeff, I got the most recent Karaoke Kid Vengeance disc. It's excellent. Thank you. Cody, Jeff, same here. Mine came today. And if there's still people, who need discs, look. Movies. The Blue Cheese Brothers. And the Stoinky Saga. 3 short Stoink films. Blu-rays. Extras abound. Oh, that one. LBP Classics Volume 3, Scrotal Vengeance, and the Karaoke Kid. All new extras and new cuts. Death of Lantern 1 and 2. Double feature. Death of Lantern the remake. My God. Shot beautifully. The best looking movie we have, thanks to Sean King. The Anal Paprika Trilogy 2-disc set. Filled with extras. Never before seen. Remastered. Everything has been remastered by Zach Oliveris. Amazing. Seavage. Seavage's Fan Film Frights, some of my fan films from the early 90s, with a bunch of extra features, including Friday the 13th Halloween Night, From Almost Night Till Almost Day. I tracked down 5 members of the original crew, the original LBP crew, from when I started in 1991, and they are on here. I did interviews with them. And there's extras from the making of some of these movies, and then a bunch of stuff from like 91 to 96, just all raw footage, and I do a commentary on a lot of that footage. But that's a pretty fun one. The Weirdsies, of course, brand new disc with all new features. Warlock double feature, volume 2 with Happy Holidays and the Dingleberries, and a shit ton of features. Blood Trim and Bloody Giblets double feature with raw footage from Blood Trim 2, the lost LBP film, and a movie that barely anybody has seen, a short film that we did called Slumber Party Cheerleading Bukkaks Get Slaughtered. Oh Word is on this disc as well from 2003. A bunch of bloopers and new stuff. And then, of course, Evil Night with adult film star Marilyn Mason. A bunch of features. And my film from 2002, 12 Inches of Dangling Fury, recut and put on this disc. The first appearance of Heather and Pugly and Meredith Host's first movie with us. 2002, 12 Inches of Dangling Fury. $20 each, shipped in the US, or you can get all of those for 140, 160, 140, something like that. I don't know. Cody, wait, so Stoinky Saga is still for sale? I get it you next week for sure. Oh, yep. Yes, it is. Huh? It's my kid's first day of school tomorrow. First day of he's going into 10th grade. Sacre bleu. I got to get up at fucking crack of dawn and get him ready. Take him to school. His anxiety gives me anxiety. Jeff, is it time for that pumpkin beer yet? Pumpkin cider. I don't drink beer. Beer's fucking disgusting. Beer's like diarrhea. I can't go for that. Hall & Oates was right. No can do. But I sure like my hard cider. And my favorite hard cider is called Mac Jack Frosty Pumpkin. It's like drinking Halloween and Christmas all together. Oh, I don't like fucking alcohol, Nicole. Only Murders season 2 has been great. Still have to finish it. Yeah, we got to start it. Cody, any Easter eggs on your discs? I believe Mike Honeycutt told me something about possibly Bonejack High had some, but he couldn't find them. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's been, we put like, I remember the original DVD of Blood Trim has a couple of Dio Easter eggs that you can like look through the menus and find. But I don't know if there was, maybe there is on the Bonejack High disc. I don't know. It's been so long. And you know, I don't know. Stoink, stoink, my good man. Those movies I'm waiting for 4K. I usually watch the Planet of the Apes films. I try to at least every year or every other year, and I've been holding off because I keep thinking that they're gonna announce 4Ks of those movies, and I want to watch them that way if they do come out. I love them. Love those films. Other than Beneath, I think Beneath is kind of but the others. Greg, they are remastered. I think we've talked about it before. They have been remastered. It's just a matter of fucking when it's all going to be, when that trigger is going to be pulled for the Peter Jackson stuff. The 3 early films. Or you know, he did 4. He remastered 4 of them. He remastered Bad Taste, Meet the Feebles, Brain Dead, and Heavenly Creatures. And as I've said before, you can see footage of that remastered footage on the Hobbit documentaries, and it's fucking incredible. You know, every now and again he'll let out a little left cheek sneak about what he's doing with those discs, and I don't know who's going to get them. You know, I don't know what boutique company is going to finally have the you know, the green light from Jackson and the crew, and who they're partnering up with, but it's got to come soon. Got to come soon. I can't wait. Because just that footage that he, you know, teased, I mean, it looks incredible, that stuff. It's like, holy shit. Like, man, It's the best I had ever seen any of that stuff, you know. So yeah, believe me, I can't wait. Those are like, you know, those are the grails, man. The holy grails for 4K releases. I'm that way with From Dusk Till Dawn. I want a 4K release so bad, and I know they did it. I know Rodriguez did it, and it was almost going to come out last year. It was supposed to come out October of last year for the 25th anniversary, and it fucking didn't. Insane. I don't know why. I don't know what held it up, but that's coming. Of course, I want the Midnight Hour. I just want a Blu-ray release of the Midnight Hour. Zach will just have to do it for me, which he is supposed to. I know he, you know, did like a cleanup and a pass of the DVD version, which I do have, that he was going to make for me for Blu-ray, but it would be nice to have a real, honest-to-goodness official release of that on Blu-ray. We got some good stuff coming up, though, in 4K. We got The Lost Boys. We got Poltergeist. We got Real Genius, Fright Night, which I have pre-ordered all of these. Hopefully we'll get multiple cuts of Brain Dead. The Japanese later disc cut has a scene that isn't in any other version. And I have seen those, you know. I imported the uncut import version of Brain Dead on VHS in 1993. I imported that from one of the mini catalog of Carnage, you know, all those types of import VHS catalogs that I would order from the back of a Fangoria. There's merits to both, you know. Yeah, Real Genius is this month. Next week, I believe it hits, or 2 weeks from now, or next week. I don't know. I have it pre-ordered. Jeff watched Top Secret last night. Beautiful, wonderful. Love that film. Since I was a wee lad, it's one of my favorites. We actually talk about Top Secret on these live shows often. I think Top Secret and Real Genius back to back are Val Kilmer's best performances. The man was comedy gold, I tell you. Gold, G-old. Souvenirs, novelties, party tricks. I've watched Top Secret twice in the past couple of months because I showed I don't know if Nicole had seen it before, but she was there. But I showed like a bunch of friends Top Secret during one of our movie marathons. And then when we were shooting Wellsville Nights, Meredith had never seen Top Secret. So I was like, let's do it. So I had to show her. Greg Skeet Surfing. Yeah, I've got like all the music sound. I've got the soundtrack to the movie, to Val Kilmer actually singing. But yeah, never gets old. The Zucker brothers, man. I mean, those guys. Zucker, Abrams, Zuckers, Jim Abrams. Just huge inspiration to me growing up. Just now, Bobby? Just started sampling the band Helloween. I'm liking what I'm hearing. Real thrashing. You ever dig on Helloween? Yes. Yes, indeed. Power metal, bro. You know how it is. Also, sample some of Gamma Ray, members of Helloween, and some of the other power metal groups. Mosley was just blasting Walls of Jericho yesterday. You just came out of nowhere. You blasted through the walls of Jericho yourself. Bobby, I agree with Beneath, Weakest Apes. It is. So is Battle. Battle is very much like a tiny bit better than the TV show. It was like, I mean, you could tell that it was time transition from that. It's like they gave them like the least budget. They're like, here, you can make another movie, but here's a TV budget for Battle for the Planet of the Apes. But goddamn, the original Escape and Conquest are tasty vittles. Yeah, there's a new Hellraiser coming also in October. Yep, I think the 7th is coming out. I definitely want to check it out. Clive is involved, and it's more, I guess, more in tune with the Hellbound Heart. So we shall see. Iced Earth. I like it. Iced Earth is okay, but I really love, you know, as far as the power metal craziness. I mean, Dio is sort of the king as far as like medieval fantasy sci-fi metal, you know. But the foreign stuff I love, you know, Rhapsody and Blind Guardian and Nightwish and those guys, like they really get my battle worn soul ready to jump on the top of a dragon and take out mofos. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like metal bands that you know are obsessed with Tolkien and all that stuff. Definitely be awesome to play that stuff during D&D games. Yeah, you know, Kitty, that Kitty wasn't like I wasn't a huge Kitty person. It was more the people that I was hanging out with. Somebody kept recommending to throw that shit in. I'm not putting them down at all. I definitely don't listen to the music. I think they're cool. I think the band is cool. I like that one one of them, I think the lead singer and guitar player or bass player, I don't know, maybe the guitar player and singer. She has a horror podcast that I like to listen to. Greg, I had the Halloween Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1 on cassette in high school in 87. Man, I'm old. Which is a great album. Greg, Manowar. Yeah, Manowar is, I like some of Manowar, but I think much to the reason why I like a lot of power metal is because of the cheesy, elements of it all. But holy shit, Manowar. Whereas like some of the other bands, it's like tongue in cheek to an extent. But Manowar, they really believe themselves to be the masters of metal, the true warriors of metal. Wimps and posers leave the hall. Cody, we've talked about this. I don't enjoy bands that don't sing. Bands that just growl and you can't understand what they're saying and shit like that. That's not appealing to me. Not even in the slightest. So. And I wouldn't call me like a metalhead, like I think when I was a kid, I listened to, like most kids, Dio and some Iron Maiden, definitely Metallica and Megadeth. But I was a 80s pop kid. I loved, Michael Jackson and Madonna and the Police and the Cars and the Talking Heads. And these are all my favorite bands now. Oingo Boingo is my favorite band to this day. And that's primarily, other than ska, like I would say 80s music is primarily what I listen to. But again, then there's the fantasy metal element, and I love They Might Be Giants from the 80s. That type of shit. Hall & Oates, you got to have some H&O in there. Little John Cougar Mellencamp, Rod Stewart, Death metal is an acquired taste for sure. Definitely not for everyone. Yeah, not for me. Manowar's baby oil budget has got to be outrageous. Oh, sure. It's stockpiled. It's instead of water in like, big water dispensers, it's just all baby oil. From 1,000 gods' tears. Andrew, hello. Michael Honeycutt. Yeah, their first album is hands down my favorite They Might Be Giants album. 1986. Mosley got the Wellsville Nights pilot watch the other night. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait for more. If you end up taking donations for the new Warlock project, I'd love to kick in some cash for that. Thank you, Mosley. I'm glad you enjoyed Wellsville Nights. Thank you for being a donator to that, which gave you the highest of privileges to see the pilot before we begin to pitch it, in hopes of being able to shoot a whole season and beyond. And if I do, yes, I certainly will let everybody know if we will be taking donations to make a Warlock movie the remainder of the year. I will certainly let everyone know. I think that I'll certainly know more by the end of this month about what what is happening and all that good stuff. Cody, I dig Particle Man. That's about as deep as my. Ooh, so many more. So many more. Mosley, your cameo. My cameo? What are you talking about? That's Ernest P. Worrell. Nicole, Particle Man, what a blast from the past. Oh, no. No, guys, you got to listen to their first album. It's so fucking good. But I mean, I would say their first album up until, and I like John Henry, but everything in between there is pretty phenomenal. Yeah, I'm a big fan of They Might Be Giants' early stuff. Greg, what are you talking about? Only seen the pilot. I guess you've only seen the opening. You mean the opening of the show, which is just the opening credits of the show? Greg, the whole episode, the whole first episode, the pilot episode, was, yeah, only backers who backed the pilot got to see the first episode. It's an unlisted link, and it will be taken down very soon. And because we're very soon going to be pitching it to streamers in hopes of being able to make the rest of the show. And those of you who have seen the documentary, the Zach Oliveris documentary about LBP, if you have seen it, somebody, I don't know who put it up. I think one of the people who reviewed it probably put it up. But if you know the site Letterboxd, you can review it up there. Let me see. And I've looked to see if there's any other places that are where you can review it. I think maybe Zach put it up on IMDb, but I don't fucking go to that site. I'm not a fan of IMDb. But so if you have seen the doc and you do want to leave some words for Zach or what you thought of the doc, I just put it in the comments here, the link. I put it in the chat. Greg, I don't know. I don't know if you did or not. I didn't see you on the list of names that were written down for it. I'd have to look again, but I also went through, maybe you did, I don't know. But I didn't catch it in the list for the people who donated. Shut up, Nicole. Squeebo D? What? Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. Man, guys, Gutter Garbs keeps killing it. They just released another new Night of the Demon shirt at Gutter Garbs. Those guys really like that company. Yes, I've listened to Gamma Ray before and love it. Didn't even know of Halloween connection. Indeed. Alec Lazzarini. Gotta throw my, haven't yet. I also created a list for your movies entitled The Mini Fucks by the Seepage. Oh my goodness. Good gravy. Thank you, Alec. Michael, I'll be back. Oh my goodness, Mosley. Well, Body loves him some Duran Duran. You know. I also really love AC/DC since I was a sapling. I just love how consistent they are. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. Just some really great tunes. Receive my Blu-rays in the mail today. Collection complete. If only you knew. Yes, Demons and Wizards are good too. Yes, of course. Well, if you take Hansi from Blind Guardian and you stick him anywhere, I mean, that voice is, whew. Cody, AC/DC, Bon or Brian, if you had to pick. I love them both. I really love them both. They both have, I think, wholly unique voices, and they both created some amazing music with the band. You know, I'm never like it's like fucking David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar or for Mystery Science Theater, Joel or Mike. It's like they were all there. Mike was head writer. It's just this, it's like you can like both, and I think I prefer liking both. Riff tracks or Cinematic Titanic. Cinematic Titanic kind of sucked. I didn't think a lot of those riffs were very good. Bon rules. Brian is dope, but Bon will always rule ass. I think they're both great, and they both have extraordinary merits, regardless of Brian's longer time with the band. And Nicole, fun fact: Bobby's Duran Duran shirt was featured in Wellsville Nights. So was his jean jacket. The Gooch, have you been to Spirit Halloween yet? And if so, did you pick anything up? We did just recently go to Spirit. We did not pick anything up. We don't pick anything. We don't pick stuff up right away. We sort of mull over stuff. It's always, we do sort of like window shopping first. We go in, we browse, we kind of see some of the things we might want. and we wait to take out all the Halloween stuff to see what we want to add, that type of thing. We already did like a really big Halloween purchase because back in the summer, Home Depot did one of their surprise, it's back, and brought back the giant skeleton, the 12-foot skeleton thing for a limited time. And Katie was like, jump on it. So, we immediately had to get that. So that was like the super big purchase for this year, but I'm sure we'll pick up a few extra little things to add. We always sort of go, balls deep with the stuff. Greg, there's a band called Airborne that sounds like Brian Johnson era AC/DC, and a band called Rhino Bucket that sounds like Bon Scott era AC/DC. Cool. Mosley, I went and got some Killer Clown stuff, but it was kind of a bust outside of that. Did see some weird Naruto kid ninja flip into a rack of costumes after a big motion activated skeleton startled him. That's dope. Cody, Lowe's has a sick Halloween section. Yeah, we always check Lowe's, we do the Home Depot. We also go to Michael's, we go to Home Goods, we go to At Home. We check all the places. We'll do Party City, just to see. The Gooch, are you watching House of the Dragon? Yes, we did talk about that a little bit. Yes, I love it so far. Big Game of Thrones fan. I'm a big fantasy fan in general. So yes, I am. I love that, and I also love the Rings of Power. I've watched both of those shows twice each episode of all the episodes that have been out. Love it. I'm gonna piss real quick. Get those questions coming. Keep asking questions. We got to keep this interactive. We don't want the dead air. Hey, when are you gonna eat? No squealing transient today. No risky business. Only when I'm sitting on the turlet does risky business arise. See me. The Gooch, are you looking forward to Halloween Ends? I don't think I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna see it. Maybe it'll make up for the last one, which I thought was laughably bad. So we'll see. Halloween quote unquote ends. In Kansas City from New York. Always wondered how you met Meredith and how she ended up in Kansas City from New York. Huh? You'll have to watch the documentary, which you have an opportunity to this week or whenever. Oh yeah, this Sunday, the Sydney. I left a link up above in the chat where you can pre-order to watch from the Australia Underground Film Festival. Zach's documentary is playing online for a price, but you can pre-order it already to watch it for that day, I guess, or whenever. Andrew, have you seen Willy's Wonderland? I just watched it before joining. Yeah, I think it's terrible. Cody, will we ever get a chance to live stream with the mighty film virtuoso Jacques Dequeef? I always wondered what he's thinking. Jacques Dequeef, you know, he's a man among men. He's blind, he's deaf. He's also a cinematographer, an editor, a bon vivant. I don't know. The Gooch, you and your horror t-shirts. You got a fetish, my man. No, I have not picked up any new t-shirts, I'm sorry to say. I'm broke, but you can certainly buy me any of the t-shirts that are coming out that I like, and then we can talk about those shirts, my good friend. I just was mentioning the new Night of the Demon shirt that Gutter Garbs put out. Tom Cruise, Live, Die, Repeat was kick-ass. Yes, I think it's incredible. That's another movie that I've seen so many times. I probably watch that several times a year since it came out. I think it's good. I've shown so many people that movie who are just like, holy fuck, where did this movie come from? It's so good. I could watch it any fucking day of the week. And it's incredible on my, 128-inch 4K projector screen downstairs. But I didn't need to get the 4K. I didn't need to get it. The Blu-ray I think is pretty outstanding. And all those 4K always upscale anyway. But I've done some research on the 4K as opposed to the Blu-ray, and I don't think I'm going to get the 4K of it. But I'm happy with the Blu-ray. But yes, it's a phenomenal movie. Love it. Great science fiction film. That Criterion of Night of the Living Dead, the Blu-ray, is wonderful. Mosley, by the way. The Gooch, I love my horror shirts. Yeah. Cody, Gooch, I'm hopefully scoring an 86 Trick or Treat shirt or 3 before long. Yeah, I have one of the Gutter Garbs one. Alec, can't wait to get a nice projector. Got to get out of the dorm room first. Yeah, man. In 2016 was the first time we built in our old house. We built a dedicated movie room, and it was a dream of mine since I was a kid to have my own little theater room. And then, of course, we had to do it again when we moved into this house. And, we moved up the screen size, made it bigger. Had to get all the Dolby Atmos and all that shit. And we had a 4K projector, but we left it for our friends who bought our old house, which was Carrie and Reed, if you've seen on the show, on this channel. They bought our old house, and so we left them the 4K projector, and we got a new 4K projector for this house, and then up the screen and everything. But it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. mean, you can, Alec, you can get them for relatively, you know, they're not that expensive to have your own home theater. You don't have to go like full out bells and whistles. Like I know there's like, you know, fucking stuck up turd bottoms that say, oh, a theater room is this. You have to, if you really want it to be a theater room, you got to do this, 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 and pour, you know, tens of thousands of dollars into it, as opposed to a movie room. Well, I guess I call it a movie room, but it happens to have, you know, the 128-inch screen and the 4K projector and the 4K sound, or whatever, the Dolby sound and all that shit. Blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't have to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The Gooch, when's Casey coming back to the show? Beats me. You know, I mean, it's you know, always so fucking busy. Nicole, both those theater rooms are my happy place. I agree. Cody, Andrew, you can see his theater room in a video on here. It's Radical. House of Strumenskull. I admire your collections you have there, sir. Thank you. Thank you. This is just one area. We've got you can look at the collections on this channel. I've got an 80s room. That's nothing but 80s stuff. Sci-fi room here. Star Wars room over there. This is fantasy stuff here as well. Downstairs is the horror room and theater room, the movie room. My wife has a video game room upstairs as well. Well, thank you for watching. Andrew, you know, if we squirrel you out here to Rochester, you know you'll be staying, and you'll probably be staying down in that theater room, the movie room, indulging your fantasies down there. Oh, fuck. What else? Please keep talking to me. Anybody who gauges the quality of the room based on the price tag needs to sort out their priorities. Absolutely, 100%. You know, I think people just, I think they have this idea of what they think it needs to be. When you just sort of, you do what you can and you make it your own. You make it, you know, you make it the best that you can and make it yours. And it's not about everybody else. It's about you and what works for you. Nicole, hell yeah, let's get Scruggs up here. Ha! Well, you can help donate, Nicole, to his plane fund, his plane ticket fund, to get Andrew up here to be in the proposed Warlock shot on video shoot. You never know. Greg, has Billy Garbarinas' I Heart You ever been played in your movie room? I got it on DVD recently. Good stuff. No, no, it has not. I have seen it, of course. I used to have a copy of it many moons ago. But no. Billy has only been in the new house once, and he didn't hang out in the theater room at all. Just the living room. Speaking of Billy and Rain Brown, but I think I talked about it last week, but now Geek War is up on Tubi. And they're both in Geek War, and they're both pretty great in Geek War. If postal regulations hadn't changed so much, we could just mail him there for way cheaper. Used to be able to ship kids through the mail. Shame that changed. Tell me about it. Nicole, but the theater room is great for naps. Yes, Nicole, and Nicole is the queen of napping. So we do these things called Saturday morning sleepover, and I curate about 10 hours of nothing but 80s television shows, cartoons, commercials, and oddities and music videos, and I edit it all together. And we do Saturday morning sleepover, and we do it. You know, we've been doing it for 6 years now, and Nicole comes to them, and Nicole very rarely does not fall asleep. She gets way too comfortable, and we always end up taking pictures. Although at the last event, which was not, we also do these things called Friday night sleepover, where we do like a movie marathons as opposed to the 80s television and cartoons and commercial stuff. But we do movies, and at the last one, it was the ladies who fell asleep. It was both Carrie and Reed, just for a moment. Yeah. Bobby, Mosley, and Nicole, it was an honor to have that Rio shirt in Wellsville Nights. Rio is my favorite album of all time. Love every track. Mosley, hey, she's taking the sleepover part of it seriously. Respect. Yeah. I recently showed her Ghostbusters 3 or Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I was fully expecting her to be totally asleep through the whole thing, but she didn't. She stayed up through the whole thing. It was amazing. Nicole, I hate the photos. I can't believe how dead I look when I sleep. Well, you're sleeping the sleep of the undead. Nicole, I cried so much at the end. We all did. We all did. But at that point, I had seen it, so many times, fourth time, fifth time, maybe, I don't know. You got me thinking about Live, Die, Repeat. All you need is kill. It's a fucking great movie. Mosley, if we ever make a Seaver Museum, the Stoinkzonian, that Rio shirt will definitely need to be displayed in there. Bobby. Oh, so much. So much stuff. Although I don't have a lot of the original props and things from the film, so many different fans have bought them. So not too much is still around. I have seen people have taken pictures, fans and whatnot have sent me pictures of their LBP collections. and it's whether it's movies or masks or posters and things like that, and they have their own like setups of Seaver collections and stuff like that. And I've gotten some really cool, really cool picks that way. I've gotten some Halloween picks before of people dressed up as, their own version of Teen Ape or Bone Jack. We had a few people dress up as Phil from the first two Filthy McNasty movies. Shit like that, which is fun. Nicole, gotta run. Dinner's ready. I guess I'm a Martha after all. For now, anyway. Fare thee well. Blessed be. Under his eye. See you Thursday. Hey, Rib, are you gonna eat? Alec, thinking about making my own teenage mass since I missed the boat on the somewhat recent batch. Yeah, every now and again, I'll do, I think coming up, I'll probably do a Halloween sale or a Christmas sale, and I'll offer the masks again. It just takes the guy who does them for me, it takes him a little bit, and we try to do like a limited batch so he can do them all and then send them all at once. But they'll be back. Mosley, I got the mask and the wig. Once I can put together the outfit, I'm going to do up a mannequin as a life-size teenage. Sweet. Cody, I'm thinking about being Leo or Lance for Halloween this year. People would be like, okay. Greg, I'm still waiting to pull the trigger on Thundar the Barbarian, hoping it'll go down in price. The Blu-ray, I ended up getting, it was in my favorites my Amazon wish list for a while, but Tansky, I believe, or no, I got him Thundar the Barbarian. So I think Katie got me Thundar on Blu-ray last year, finally. Hold on, guys. I will answer the questions. I gotta find out why my kid is not eating dinner. Rip, you should eat dinner. Don't fall asleep. You gotta be up real early tomorrow. Come on, man. Eat that chili. You don't wanna fall asleep with that chili in your stomach. Shemo. See me. Come on. Hey guys, get out. Come on. Fucking eating for food. Damn it, fucking cat. Christ. Leave it alone. Come here, food. Good food. Yes, cat. All right, let's see. Still trying to figure out what to be. Like, oh man, gotta save up for that. Mosley, I'm probably gonna be Buckethead for Halloween again this year. Going with that. All right. Mosley, so I feel like I remember you saying you aren't a fan, but I finally decided to watch all the Scream movies. Yeah, I don't like any of them. Never have. And I never will. I love film. Do you have any new movies on the horizon? I think you've asked this before. I love film 247, but no. I mean, I'm working on this show, Wellsville Nights. This is the thing that I'm working on. I might be shooting, you know, I might be shooting a Warlock title before the year ends. It just depends on what's going to happen with the pitching for Wellsville Nights. So I don't know, but there's plenty of my films out there for you to enjoy from me and out there in the ether on all the streaming sites and shit like that. Andrew Mosley, I just did the same thing. I enjoyed them more than I thought I would. Mosley, nice. 3 and 4 are my favorites. Andrew, 2 and 1 were my favorites. Mosley, I love how Scooby-Doo it gets with those ones. Andrew, that's fair. They do get very Scooby-Doo-esque. I love Scooby-Doo, but man, do I hate these Scream movies. I think they're pretty rough. I remember walking out of Scream, walking out of the theater, and just being like, so like, I was just like, ugh, this was a disgrace. I just nah, it was too smarmy and the self-referential bullshit and everybody acting like we had never seen anything like this before. What they did with the horror genre, I'm like, then you haven't watched a lot of fucking horror movies. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not a fan. People love the Scream movies, and that's fine. Everyone loves what they love, and it's okay. People hate what they hate, and it's okay. I'm not gonna change your mind, and you're not gonna change my mind. Peace, love, tranquility. I love film 247. I may have asked before. I don't know, but it has been some time. I haven't been very active. Cool to hear. There might be something. If there is, if we do something, yeah, I mean, all you guys will hear about it as soon as possible. If we end up doing a Warlock before the year is out, for sure. If viewed as dark comedies, borderline parodies, the screams are okay. At least they jump-started a resurgence in horror at the time. Again, I'm never going to agree with any of this, so it's okay. People like it, and that's cool. Mosley, can't disagree with you on any of that. Actually, I enjoyed things about them. Won't be collecting Ghostface shit anytime soon, though. Yeah. Cody, did you like the Chucky series? I did. There's things that I didn't like about the series. I thought it was strong up until the ending, the last maybe 2 episodes, and then I was like, oh. But I'll still watch. I'll watch the second season. Mosley, I love all the Chucky movies. Avoided the later ones for a while, but I finally got them all and had a blast with them and the show. Cody, my bad, the TV series. Yeah, I was talking about the TV series. Unless you're just exclusively talking to Mosley. But I love 1 and 2 of the movies. I love Bride of Chucky. I loathe Seed of Chucky. I loved Curse of Chucky. Did not like Cult of Chucky. So, you know. I love Film 247. I was glad to see some more of your films are on streaming services. Do you finally get anything off people watching them via streaming? No, I don't see a dime. This is all because like so many different companies own so many of my movies. You know, I mean, these right here, you know, other than the Weirdsies, which, you know, now Makeflix does own, but these are the ones that are mine, and I have not sold to other companies, and you know, but I've got fucking a bunch that I don't sell and won't sell again or have never sold, and then I've got, you know, like 38 of them that are also sold out. I mean, by different companies. So, but because of the deals that were made for all those companies, and when those deals were made for those movies, streaming wasn't even a thing. So unfortunately, I do not see one dime from any sales unless it's 100%. Unless you're coming to me to get certain titles, I see nothing. I don't see Amazon sales. I don't see streaming sales. Nothing. No DVD or Blu-ray sales from any of the companies that put out my stuff. Nothing. So that's how it is. And they keep adding more, you know, so that's nice. Like I've just recently told people that you can now see Geek War on Tubi, which is awesome. That's actually one of the movies that I actually really enjoy from my movie making adventures. I think the Weirdsies is up there now too, which is crazy. Cody, support the source. Exactly. That sucks. I had hoped that had changed when I started seeing new ones popping up, including Weirdsies over on Tubi. Oh, so it is on Tubi. I watched a few on there in recent times. Nope, nothing. I see nothing. Andrew, glad I got to support the source when I got the chance. Thank you, Andrew. Yes. Cody, Weirdsies is on a few different streaming services. Oh boy. Well, there you go. I mean, you know, it's it sucks, but I'm also happy that not all, but some of the stuff is out there for people to discover and enjoy, especially the weirdsies. So. This fucking kid. Cody, glad I got the OG Blue, the pre-make flicks. Cody, it is edited on Tubi, by the way. Ooh, it is? That sucks. Huh. Well, that's not good to hear. Cody, do you have the MakeFlix version as well? Because that has a lot of cool shit in it. And they did do another color pass on that cut. Well, thanks for the laughs. I was battling cancer the last year and am now dealing with recovery and complications, so the distractions are really appreciated. Sorry to hear, of course. I think we did talk about that. I hope the recovery is going okay, minus the complications. But you are most welcome for the laughs. You certainly will hopefully keep finding them within my garbage that I make. Cody, no, I'm getting it though. Andrew, I didn't know the Weirdsies was edited in Tubi. What did they edit, Cody, on Tubi? I mean, did you watch the whole thing on Tubi? I'm very familiar with my film, so I wonder what was edited. The scene at the end with the dead dude dong, they didn't show any of the footage with the ladies or Josh involving it. Like what though? There's one scene where Josh, touches the fake dong, but the girls never touch it. There's no cut that exists with the girls ever touching it. The girls just go up and down and I do a montage of them going up and down through the scenes. Mosley, the Sievage eases many ailments. Going through his movies helped distract me from a lot of the stress the pandemic introduced into our life. Thank you, Mosley. Thank you for anybody who finds this stuff, easing to them and brings them joy and something. Cody, the showing of the dong that is like Josh trying to finger the pee hole. So they just edited that? Interesting. Yup, it being pulled out. It shows the riding scene, but it's edited from showing it being pulled out. Small sliver of time omitted, but it's still odd. Huh. That is weird. I mean, it's a fake wiener. I mean, it's very obvious a fake wiener. We made it very obvious that it was a fake wiener. Interesting. Well, you can get the uncut versions from me. So weird. Chris Tansky. Hello, Tansky. Sharp hat, my man, that you can get at Fright Rags. Or maybe you still can. I don't know. But Fright Rags. The shots with the dong, they're gone. Yes, I agree. The channel always gets me in a good mood. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, the gooch. Mosley, that's weird. I could have swear I've seen several real dongs on Tubi. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Tubi edited it or maybe like MakeFlix edited it down because they maybe didn't think that it would go on Weirds. I mean, would Tubi would take it? I don't know. That's so bizarre. Whatever. What do you do? Tansky, no, I got the last one. I have the last Day of the Dead hat from Fright Rags. I knew, okay, so I knew Amazon Prime was censoring shit on there, which of course is, again, I'm so glad that I don't, you know, I don't download streams. I don't do digital anything. I'm physical media all the way. And again, luckily this stuff is still out there and you can get it from me or you can get it from Makeflix or SRS or wherever you get movies and physical media. Tansky, time to start a channel called Booby. Yeah. Mostly what we do is we start a Twitter hashtag demanding that Tubi unleash the D. It's, I mean, yeah, because I think Tubi has had some of those artsy films with unsimulated sex before. Like, I swear they had 9 songs on there before. So weird they edited those shots from Weirdsies. I don't know. It's so like tame. Yeah, Tansky, Weirdsies is on Tubi now, I guess. So is Geek War. I know that recently went up. Who knows? I mean, Film Crew was on there too. I knew Film Crew was on Amazon Prime. Cody, so I gotta ask, Champagne Charade, Chasing Down the Sunset in Bloodfart, is that Desiree? Yes, it is Desiree. Desiree also did the Destruction Kings song that's at the end of Destruction Kings. I wrote the song, but her and her band at the time recorded the song. But yes, that was Desiree when she had that band in 2008. Chris Tansky, damn, a lot of your movies are on here. Filthy, Taint Light, Malva, Wet Heat. Mosley. On the other hand, it's kind of kinky knowing that Dong is there while the new viewers are unaware. Teenip Goes to Camp, Moist Fury. Cody, dude, she rules. I love that band. Jimmy Jacobs used them as his theme in Ring of Honor. Film crew is solid, 100% what working at a theater is like, including getting laid while on the clock. 100%. 16 films on there at this point. Jeez. Man, I would love to get some cut of that. I did know Deathbone was on there, yeah. Film crew still has the best sex scene ever put to film. It's hilarious. I think the sex scene in Blue Cheese Brothers and Ski Wolf are comparable, or even maybe even arguably better than the sex scene in Film Crew. Evil Dead Inbred is on here though. Ugh. Mosley, the one in Blue Cheese Brothers, is pretty nuts. Yep. Yeah. Ski Wolf one was majestic as fuck. Sure was. True lovemaking, the highest degree, the most sensual of lovemaking. The pudding in Weirdsies is excellent. It's not really a sex scene. That's everyday life from Meredith. There's no embarrassment in tasting oneself. Travis would know. River, get up and eat. Damn kid. I mean, one of these days, yes, still waiting on Surf Wolf. One of these days, I will do another, something wolf movie. Surf Wolf has always been the next logical step for us after Ski Wolf. It was something we always talked about doing. Of course, if I'm honest, I would hope that most of next year is being taken up by shooting the entire first season of Wellsville Nights. That would be great. Yes, Stoink Wolf, Surf Wolf goes to Stoinky Beach. Will we ever see the return of the Sex Squatch? Probably not. Bill Thomas, who did a bunch of the movies and was Sex Squatch in Sex Squatch 1 and 2, I don't know. He's it's been I haven't physically seen or actually heard his voice since 2014 after we shot Evil Night. Bill, I don't know what happened to Bill. I mean, I've talked to him here and there online, and I've been like, hey, what the fuck, let's come back up, and I don't know. So, and I would really only write Sex Squatch for Bill. Plus, I can't do any Sex Squatch titled things since SRS owns Sex Squatch 1 and 2, so I couldn't do like Sex Squatch 3 or Sex Squatch does this. I'd have to name it, like I could do Stink Fist and something like that, but yeah. Rest in peace, Stinkfist and Bonejack and Lucas. Now, Lucas always comes back. The Gooch, what's for dinner tonight, Sievage? I don't know. Well, we made chili yesterday and we have leftovers, and my kid falls asleep. He's got to get up at the fucking ass crack of dawn tomorrow for school. He's falling asleep now. Kid's going to wake up and be up the rest of the night, and he hasn't eaten anything. Teenagers, you give them an inch, they swim all over you. He was great in Moist Fury. Bill's great. Yeah, and Bill's great in everything. He's great in Evil Knight. He's great in the Sasquatch movies. Yeah, he's fucking awesome. Who knows? I don't know. I think it was just dealing with a lot of personal shit, I guess. He's in the documentary. Which you can watch. The Sydney Underground Film Festival, showing it this weekend. Sunday. It's also part of their virtual festival, so you can watch it online. I'll put it in the chat again. But you can pre-order it now and it'll be ready to watch come Sunday. As part of the Sydney, Australia Underground Film Festival, you can watch the documentary made about me and LBP. Dang, Sasquatch was actually what introduced me to your films. My buddy got a copy to review, and over time we realized we talked about it more than any other movie we watched that year. That's awesome. We still mention it in conversations. Yes, that's awesome. Thank you. And yes, the documentary, for those folks who don't know, there was a documentary shot the last 3 years about me and LBP by a filmmaker named Zach Oliveris from Seattle. And he spent 3 years of his life making this documentary, and it's playing in a lot of film festivals now, including this part of the online underground Sydney, Australia Underground Film Festival. And the link is right here in the chat if you wanted to check it out. The people who have checked it out seem to really like it. It played a couple weeks ago at the Creature Feature Film Festival. It's won an award at a festival. It's playing 4 other festivals, and who knows how many other festivals it'll play at before the end of the year. I know he submitted it to a lot. There's reviews you can find online for it. But there you go. Cody, y'all, it's worth it. I'm dead serious here. The doc is one of my favorite released. Thank you. Andrew, the doc was fantastic. Thank you, Andrew. And thanks to Zach Oliveris for making a documentary about me, convincing me to say yes to it. Made in a VPN. I am trying to order it and it says it's only available in Australia. That sucks. Weird. I will have to check it out. I just sent the link to a friend I just mentioned. Odd. Just a heads up. Looks like we'll need a VPN to change regions for that Australian doc screening since it's only authorized to view in that region. Well, that is a bummer. Well, any of you Australian fans out there who watch this, it's coming up and you can check it out. Riga Goo Goo. Oh yeah, it says right there, can only be viewed in authorized regions, Australia. What a bummer. Well, sorry guys. It'll be playing other festivals, maybe near you, so you can go see it live or online. Who knows? But whenever shit gets put up, I mean, I usually put it up first, but then Zach does. But you can always check out Zodoc Films, which is Zach's, where he has his platform. And let's see. I'll think that you can check out the doc trailer on his platform as well. Here's his link, guys, to Zodoc Films, and he puts stuff up there. Oh yeah, okay. US viewers can still get it. Not hard to change regions. Good thing we have a few days to figure it out. Yeah, VPNs are extremely handy, so if you've never used them, this would be a great way to get familiar. It lets you watch the trailer at least. You may have talked about this before, but how did Cool Duder end up in Geek War? So Sean Phillips, who is Cool Duder, I wouldn't say I watched his videos per se. I wasn't I wasn't really like a fan, but through other things that I would watch on YouTube, I would see this like Don and Murph thing, and it would be recommended or it would pop up. And when I saw Sean, so I just clicked it. I was like, what the fuck is this? And Sean, his portrayal of this Don character, I was like, oh, this is pretty funny. This guy has, some weird character acting talents. I bet I could write for this guy, and I think it would be pretty funny. So I just contacted him based off of that, and managed to get him in Geek War and Filthy McNasty 4. And he was great in both. So that's how Sean Phillips, or Cool Duder, ended up in a couple of my movies. At the time, he lived in Baltimore, which was only 6 hours. It's only 6 hours from Rochester. And, now he lives out in LA, and he's too cool for school, and wouldn't give us the time of day nowadays. But, see me, see me. See me. Mostly too busy making Amityville movies. Yeah, fucking Greg. Well, that's not cool. Whatever. It's okay. And we shot those movies. We shot Filthy McNasty 4 at the tail end of 2009, and then early 2010 we shot Geek War, and then haven't seen him since. That's one seductive ass see me mimi. That's right. See me mimi. Oh, shit. be splitting in about 20 minutes, guys. So anything else you want to talk about? We'll wrap. Any questions? Let's do this. I gotta try to fucking wake my kid. I have a dog at my work named Simi. I say Simi Mimi every time I see him. Yeah, my I don't know. She calls me Uncle Sievage, but my cousin. So she's technically my cousin. My cousin Casey, her daughter, his daughter. She just thinks I'm fucking hilarious. But something we hold together is always going Simi Mimi Mimi. Every time I see her, I get down and crouch and I go after her and I see me, and she'll go see me. Andrew, finally watched The Beyond. That movie creeped me out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Did you watch it alone and did you watch it with your lights off? Yes, The Beyond does rule. Yeah, doesn't make a lick of sense, but boy, is it atmospheric and entertaining and creepy and fucking, you know. But again, seeing it with on the big screen with a large audience, seeing the quality of the print, and you know, it really changed the way that I saw The Beyond after that. But I still love the movie. It's my favorite Fulci film. I think it's his masterpiece. Annual meeting. Look at this dust. It's an inch thick. Cody, thanks for this weekly get together, Chris. For real, stoked every Tuesday for these. Yeah, it's great. It's you know, I like this little community that pops in every week and we can talk and just shoot the shit. If only we could all be together for real. I love film. I agree. As much as I love horror, there aren't many that ever scare me or creep me out. Truth. Honestly, I find real life much more horrifying. Once again, truth. Fuck the real life. I want to be swept away. Pfft. Cody, this. That stuff is just pure garbage. I don't personally, for me, I love film. I don't think those movies would creep you out. You'd just be like, wow, they're just trying to fucking push the limits of good taste and all this shit. Those movies are goofy to me. Brutal. They're laughable. Fucking laughable. they try to be brutal. It's like, how is this entertaining? It's not entertaining, and it comes off as goofy. Certainly more so because it's so low budget, and you know that it's just it's just these people doing this with their special effects, and the special effects happen to be good. You know what I mean? But it's like, whatever. To each their own. To each their own. I think they're silly as fuck. Sean Q King, excited for Cobra Kai? Yes, Sean, I am. You're getting in just as I'm about to leave. I'm leaving at 8, but thank you for popping in. Of course I am. Sean King, you are the best around. And I'll be seeing you in a few weeks. Cody, yes, 100%. They're made to show off the effects team. Great effects team. But, I mean, ugh. Silly shit. How much for an order of ribs? $2.50. That's about 50 cents a rib, right? All right, let me get one. Again, just these movies. I don't know. We're never gonna. It's like that type of shit is just like, it's not. They're not movies to me. These aren't movies. These aren't. They're not entertaining. I don't know. The movie I was just quoting, that's entertainment. Ten minutes, and I'm out. Sean, I know you're excited to see Wellsville Nights. I'm looking forward to showing you and Deanna. Well, with any luck, we'll be able to shoot the full first season, and we'll have a budget, and then you just might be able to help. You guys see that? See the size of that chicken? See the size of that goddamn cockadoodle goddamn do? Is Treat or Trick a straight up horror flick or more tongue in cheek like Death of Lantern? Treat or Trick is a it's a like a teen, it's like a family, it's a PG-13 Halloween adventure romp. That's what Treat or Trick is. It's like the Monster Squad and Little Monsters and Ernest Scared Stupid, with my humor, but pulled back. It is 100% the most mainstream thing I've ever written, for sure. Treat or Trick. Cody, I'll have some Karaoke Kid questions next week. Great. The more questions, the better. Right on. So it still has my, silliness, but it's not as over the top. I mean, we do PG-13 as if it were 80s PG-13, you know. So it gets to the, Gremlins, Monster Squad, Temple of Doom type peril and effects wise, in Treat or Trick, but it's subdued, I would say. No dongs for the Tubi to come out. That's right, no dongs. I mean, I doubt. Well, I don't want to say I doubt, but I can't see us ever being able to make Treat or Trick without some sort of studio backing or financier, because Sean King here himself had somebody do a budget breakdown of that, and I believe it came to like $1.2 million for that. Sean, if you had to recommend only one Sievage flick, which one would it be? Oh, fuck. A good representation of both sides. Well, I now at this point, I always go right to the Weirdsies because it's the most, Sievage film, but still doable for, say, an Adult Swim crowd, I guess. The Weirdsies, but I don't know, something like Geek War or Sex Squatch. Bobby, the Sean King in here? That's right. 5 minutes. I'm leaving. Or right now, if you guys are ready to go. That's my O face. Sean was pretty dead on with my budget for Victim No More. I thought 13,000 turned out more than double, and he was right. Dude knows his shit professionally. You just got to learn the Seaver way. You're all going through what professional films or what people seem to think a film needs to be made with these days. You got to think outside that box. You're too film school. You got to think the Seaver way. Cody, gonna Karaoke Kid, Dingleberries, and Victim No More all night. That's a hell of a triple feature. 13,000 is like 200 Seepage flicks in 2003. Correct. 13,000 would be one good, shining example of what we could do as a collective Chris Seaver film now, today. And yes, it would be a feature. Cody, you got some of that Desiree singing action you like in Victim No More too. You mean there's a sequel already? Victim no More happens to other people, as in two, as in additionally, as in also? Victim No More, TOO. Right up there with the pantheon of Mannequin and Teen Wolf. Sean and Bobby, I was thinking we should do a Hammer episode and a Savini episode. So let's do this when I see you guys. I've been trying to do this Savini episode forever. All right, guys, listen up. It's about 8 o'clock. I'm going to get out of here. We did this for about 2.5 hours. It was great. Thank you. Every Tuesday, 5:30. Thank you for the people who show up. I very much appreciate it. Oh, yeah, ET. Yes, we can do ET as well. Oh, Sean doesn't do Hammer. Okay, well, we'll do it. But yes, we'll shoot a bunch of episodes. Thursday morning, tomorrow, 12:30. I'm finally doing that damn Godzilla episode with Clint. So we'll have that going. But everyone, thank you for coming by. Thanks for chatting, and thank you for the support for the films, the channel, everything. I appreciate it. And I really do enjoy these get-togethers every week, every Tuesday. So we will see you once again. And Sean and Bobby, I'll see you in the flesh very soon. All right, bye everyone. See you on the flip tip. Yeah.